Howdy folks, how you today? Just sitting out in the garage here, sometimes like I do, doing a little reading in the old manual. The book here I got for the blue truck when I got it, and I'm off 5 miles on the truck, the blue truck. When I switched over from the 24 talls to the low pro 24s, was off about 2 miles before. Always had been, wasn't a big deal. I know what speed I'm going because I've got an app on my phone that I can check, but now I'm off 5 miles. So I'm just kind of checking in here to do some research to see if I can adjust that. And from what I'm seeing on this, there's a speedometer adjustment screw, and I've already taken the panel off, so we'll go out there in a second and check that out. And these are for the odometer switches. So my curiosity is, because I've never done this before, and everything that I've read and went through the pages doesn't say anything about how to adjust that screw. So if anybody has ever done that, curious to know if you could help me out, whether I need to take that thing in or out. So let's go out there real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Because, you know, it's pretty much self-explanatory, but in that book it doesn't say anything about it. So hopefully this isn't too pixelated or anything, because usually when it's you know, overcast and stuff, it is tends to get pixelated and whatnot, but we'll see here. Like, share, comment, subscribe, you know how it goes. Always appreciate all that stuff. So I've got this off already. It's just held in by 5 screws, but only one of them isn't in there because, well, it you know, oh, that ain't good. One doesn't have the thing, but let's get your eyes back here if you can see that. Okay, here's the little adjustment screw, and there's supposed to be for the odometer. Now if I take this back off and loosen that up, am I supposed to screw that in or out to get that to change? Because right now it sits at 0 miles, and like I said, it's off by 5 miles when I'm running the truck. So I'm curious to know if anybody's ever done that before and could help me figure out which way that thing needs to go in or out. The mileage isn't correct on the odometer, which is fine with me. They told me that when I first bought it, and you know, it's got the nan miles, which it's what it is. I only use that mileage for fuel when I go to fuel up anyway, so it's not like it's a big deal to me that I don't know the accurate reading and stuff. And I'll have to super glue this thing back on the back here because, well, these things get old and brittle and they just kind of break off and pop off if you mess with them too much. So I'll have to take care of that. But yeah, if you know how to adjust that the correct way, whether it needs to go in or out, and you know, I may play with it here or there within the next week or so just to see. But like I said, I know how fast I'm going. I'm off 5 miles. I've used the app that I have to check it more than once, and you know, if I'm going 60, I know I'm going 55. If I'm going 65, I know I'm going 60. So, you know, I really don't do a whole lot of interstate cruising. Most of the stuff I do is just, you know, state routes and stuff like that for what I do, shuttling stuff back and forth. That's why I really don't get into too much of the POV, but I can tonight if you know, I'll probably do a little bit because I'm just going to be bobtailing over to the ramp, grabbing empties and shuttling back to Campbell's Soup. So basically today I'm going to be killing it on the fuel surcharge and the mileage because I'm just, you know, I'm not pulling any weight. So that's always cool for me to make easy money. And, you know, I've always got hassled about pulling these containers whenever I would post pictures on Facebook and stuff, and people would be like, you're pulling that heavy bulk crap, blah, 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 this and that. I'm like, well, it really ain't. So I try not to argue with people because it's pointless for me to do because, well, it's my truck and I'll do what I want to with it. And that's how I, you know, run my stuff how I want to. So it really doesn't matter what anybody else says or their opinions of what I do with this truck because, well, it's my truck and, you know, I'll do what I want. So that's one thing that you get when you run old iron and stuff like that. You never know. There's a white truck some of you guys that are new, you might not have went back through. I've got some videos on this thing, will it start? And you know, I couldn't get it started. I don't know what was going on. The fuel was just not transferring over, and a few people have commented and told me some different things. Could be a check valve and stuff like that, which I'll get into this here in the future. So there's going to be content on this truck, I can tell you that much right now, because you know, it's something that I want to get going. I basically bought this truck as a learning tool to be able to take all the brakes apart, bags, and do all that stuff, because I've never done it before. I'm not a diesel mechanic, no mechanical training whatsoever from any kind of school or anything. So you know, it's something that I bought so I could learn from, you know. But it's one of those things that once I get the green truck back, it's that's my main focus, to get that thing back on the road. And I called the Volvo dealership, because when I bought this truck, there was the VIN sticker was missing off the side in here, which we'll get the door open real quick for you. Right here, the VIN sticker is missing, and I can't get this thing state inspected since I bought it out of state to be able to get the title switched over. And here's the cab number, which is fine, but that's not enough for the guy that comes out and inspects the trucks for me. Local dealership down the road, he always comes out to the house and does that for me. So it's cool, you know, for him to come out and be able to do that stuff for me, to where I don't have to take the stuff up there. They're only like 5 minutes away, and they're super good to me. Anytime I need parts or anything, even though it's an international dealership, they can usually just, you know, check the numbers and stuff in their system and get me what I need for any of the trucks, basically, unless it's an actual Kenworth part that I need. So, you know, they take care of me real good. And I do some shoots up there with some of their stuff when they get old iron in, because I know people like that, and well, it's for sale. And if anybody wants some stuff like that, you know, I'll put it out there for them, and anybody who may be interested in getting a cab over, or something that's a little bit older and mechanical, so they can run the stuff. So that's what I'm curious about today. If anybody's ever done this adjustments, if you could comment, like, and let me know, that'll help me out a ton, because like I said, I've never done it, and I haven't looked anything up on the internet or, you know, YouTube to see if anybody else has done it. I'm just curious if anybody that watches the channel may know. So if that is something you may know, I'm interested to know. That way I can get that thing taken care of. If not, it's not a big deal. Like I said, it can stay where it is, because it really doesn't matter to me. I know it's 5 miles over, so plus it keeps me out of trouble with the cops and stuff, not speeding. So it's what it is. So we're gonna, you know, I'm gonna get out there and mess around with that stuff for a while. Maybe I'll probably just put that dash back to see, because I'm curious to know if anybody else knows. So, you know, if you do know, that'll be fantastic. Go ahead and drop a comment and let me know, so I can start messing with that, and we can do some shoots on that. So you know what we say. Until then, we will see ya.